What's up, everybody? It's me, your boy, the Fluffy Gamer. Today is Saturday, March 11th. I went out on the hunt today, went to several places, found one item in 3 different stores. So found a total of 3 items today. Not a big score, not a whole bunch of stuff. So it's going to be a very quick out on the hunt thrift finds for Saturday, March 11th. So I figured, what the heck, let's make it a twofer, and we'll throw in another lift ride experience, which this one will be some of the funniest lift rides I have experienced while doing Lyft. But first, let's get started with the finds of the day. Starting with the Deseret thrift store, I picked up a Disney movie, another one that I've never seen or heard of before, and this is called Perfect Harmony. 2 different worlds, brought them together. I was going to check out the trailer, but I totally forgot to do that to see what it was about or if it's any good or not. But this is a Disney film called Perfect Harmony. There we go. Perfect Harmony. Disney film. Case is overall in great shape. There is like some scuffs right there, which I might swap out or maybe not. I don't know. But it is complete. It is complete. I love Disney movies. I wish I was still collecting instead of flipping, so I'd have a nice, huge collection. Disc is in great shape, and these seem to be going for at least $10, maybe even around 15 plus tax. So this is definitely, sadly, going up on eBay. I wouldn't mind checking this out. I love everything Disney, so unfortunately I will probably not be I probably won't get a chance to get to it before I list it and it sells. But anyways, that's all I got at the Deseret thrift store. I went further down the road and stopped off at the Veterans. I don't know why I always forget the name of it. I think it's just Veterans. But I found one title inside there, and she almost rang it up for $1.02, which they charge you 95 cents a DVD. But on the bottom, right as I was about to gladly give her $1, she noticed it was marked. Somebody put a marker on there, $2.95. So she changed that. I ended up paying $3 and some change, and I'm glad I picked it up. This is definitely a TV show I used to watch as a kid, and would love to have it all complete. I don't know how many seasons they were, but this is the season 3 4-disc set of The Muppet Show. This is brand new, factory sealed. These used to go for some good money. Not so much anymore. This is at least a $10 to $15 pickup right here. Paid $3 some change. Definitely going up on eBay, even though I would like to keep this one as well. One of my favorite movies I just discovered. I don't think I watched as a kid. I found it. Apparently it was rare out of print. And that is the John Denver and the Muppets something mountain. Rocky Mountain show. It's like 43 minutes long. I found it at a Goodwill. Sold for $40. Sold real quick. And but the good thing is it's on YouTube. And if you ever want to check it out, John Denver and the Muppets, Rocky Mountain High. Great movie. I guess you call it a movie. It's just a short movie. But I watched it. I remember the disc, it had some scratches, so I wanted to make sure it did play. So I just popped it in. And I saw it was only 43 minutes. I said, you know what? I'm just going to watch this because I love the Muppets. I watched it all the way through. Highly enjoyed it. I actually watched it twice back to back. Watched it was over, and I was like, I gotta watch it again. So I watched it twice. So I always loved the Muppets, the Muppet Capers, the Muppets Take Manhattan, the movies. Remember seeing those in the theater. Always a big fan of the Muppets. Even over at the California Adventures, by Disneyland, they had the Muppet Show. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it's like a 3D experience. Very cool. I always like going and check that one out. But that is sadly going up on eBay. Need the money. But the last and final item that I found of the day was at another Goodwill for $3, and this one seems to have sold for as little as like $10, and it's sold several times for $20 recently. So it's all over the map. But this is it's an Anchor Bay flick, and this is a Christmas movie called One Magic Christmas. Miracles Do Happen. One Magic Christmas. This is an Anchor Bay title. It's got the chick right there. What's her name? Mary Steinbergen. I believe she's in a lot of movies that I remember seeing and liking. And I think one of the latest movies I saw her in was 40-Year-Old Virgin. I think what's his name ends up hooking up with her, and yeah, eventually they do it. But yeah, this is like a, I don't know if it comes across, but it's like a blue case. Never really come across blue cases, but kind of seems like going with the color of the artwork on the front and the back. So I don't know, but this is also going up on the bay. Hopefully get $20, maybe 15 plus shipping. It's in great shape. This is in great shape. But anyways, that's all I got for today. So let's get on to my funniest Lyft ride experiences. And then after I'm done with that, I will be doing some lifting, because that's what I do. That is what I do. All right. So, one of the funniest Lyft ride experience I had, this was before COVID happened, and I ended up getting queued to pick a guy up like in Lemon Grove, and where the pickup was at a local 7-Eleven, which they're everywhere. And so it took me about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to get there. And so as soon as I get there, I'm about ready to click accept or let the driver know that I'm here. I've arrived, press the button. That lets them know that their driver is ready to pick them up and take them to where they got to go. And so as soon as I got there, they had, I don't know if they still have it now, but they did bring it back after COVID. There's the shared rides where you save a little bit of money, but you may or may not end up having to share it with other people, strangers, which sometimes I can get a little awkward with people inside the car, like two totally different type of people. But yeah, so this was a Lyft shared ride. So I see it's a good ride, about 20 miles. All right, I don't know if, as soon as I get there, I see the destination. It's a good distance. It's a good ride, good money. So I was about to click arrived, and I saw the guy. I could tell it was, for some reason, like where he was at, and where the signal showed where the cell phone is, like that's the guy. So as soon as I saw him, this guy is sitting on the ground on the sidewalk, back up against the wall at 7-Eleven, legs sprawled out, and he's got a 3-pack of like Coors Light or Bud Light or something like that. And looking at him, I'm like, this guy is wasted. Do I really want this ride? I hardly ever cancel any rides. This particular one, I didn't really feel like doing it, especially because it was a shared ride. I didn't want to have to share this ride with this drunk, who knows what kind of guy he is, and have to share it with somebody else, like said, like an older lady getting off of work or something. So I was about to cancel the ride, and just as I was about to do it, the guy looks up at me. We make eye contact, and he goes, like, yeah, I'm here. And I was like, damn it. Hopefully this ride ends quickly and safely and no problems. And hopefully we don't end up having to pick up anybody else. And so he gets in the car. He sits in the front right next to me. And as soon as he gets in, sits in, and he's like, man, I'm so wasted. And I was acting dumb. I was like, oh, really? I couldn't tell. He's got a 3-pack in his hand. And so as soon as we take off, it's like I see where it is. It's from Lemon Grove to Mira Mesa. It's a good like 20 miles. And so I'm assuming it's at least a $20 ride right there. So we start going, and immediately I get queued to pick up another passenger. I'm like, great. Because as soon as that happened, he's already talking. And the things that he is saying is like, this is going to be a long one. He's like, he looks at me, he goes, who are you? Where'd you pick me up from? Where are you taking me? He's like freaking out. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I got to pick up another guy, and this guy's freaking out. So anyways, we had to backtrack into El Cajon, further away from where I'm taking him, to pick up this new guy, which was going pretty much right around the same area. So made out for a pretty good ride for 2 people. And so I pick up the other guy. It's just one guy. He sits in the back seat. He's got headphones on, so he's listening to music. I was like, oh, thank God. He's got music. He's not going to be hearing what's going on. Because I got a guy sitting right next to me. And he's like, who are you? Where are you taking me? Where'd you pick me up from? And then he starts going, and who's in the back? I could not get this guy home fast enough. This was the longest 20-mile ride I ever had. And as we get on the freeway, cars start driving by left and right side of me because there are always people speeding. And this guy starts going like this. As soon as a car passes up, he goes and he points towards the car and he goes, I'm like, Jesus, let's get him home fast. Let's get him home, get him out of here. Let's end the ride and be done with him. And then he started getting fixated, looking at my body. And he's looking down, he's looking over at me. And all of a sudden he goes, oh my God, look at that gut. As soon as he said that, I didn't start laughing out loud, but in my mind, I just started laughing. I'm like, okay, this guy's all right. We're going to get him home where he needs to be. But I just turned and I looked at him and I said, yeah, it's big, ain't it? He was quiet the rest of the ride. I assumed maybe he thought like he said something rude by saying, oh my God, look at that gut. So he was very quiet. I get him to his house, goes home, and, tell the other guy, I'm like, hey, sorry about that guy. He goes, oh, don't worry about it. It's all good. So I took him home. He wasn't too much further away from where I dropped the guy off. So that was the ride. It finally ended. I was like, oh, thank God this ride is over. And obviously the guy must have woke up and realized and remembered in his mind the ride and probably realized he was acting like a nut. And he didn't want his ratings to get, because you can rate every rider that you take. And so when I woke up the next morning, I saw the guy tip me. He tipped me $20. So I was like, oh, right on. Cool guy. I could tell when he's doing, I could tell this guy is in the military. Probably a Marine. He looked like a Marine. So that was one of the funniest rides. The other probably funny ride for me anyways, I think it was New Year's Eve. I had 3 guys in the back seat, 1 guy in the front. They're all going to the bars. They already been to one and going to another. 2 guys in the back start going at it. They were yelling at each other back and forth at the top of their lungs, as loud as they could get, yelling at each other. They were having the biggest debate on who was the best singer. This guy was like Britney Spears. This guy's like Beyonce. And they literally start going at it. Blah, 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 blah. And I just could not believe that was happening. I was, again, not laughing out loud, but laughing my ass off on the inside going, I cannot believe this is happening. I wish I had a dash cam because that was hilarious. So anyways, that is some of the funniest Lyft rides that I've experienced throughout the years. I've been doing this for over 4 years now. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday, March 11th. I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully I find some more stuff tomorrow, Sunday. Clocks go ahead an hour, so I'm going to have an hour less going out looking for stuff. And thrift stores close an hour earlier, so I don't know. Hopefully there's always going to be a book off. Most likely I'll probably be going to book off tomorrow. That's going to be up until 8. So anyways, see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.